Welcome to this video demonstration of how the quality control module integrates seamlessly with batch records in the InstantGMP software. Let's start with the specifications. When we pick the product specification and go to the Test tab, we will see the list of tests, methods, and acceptance limits that are required for quality control testing. We can then go to the MTPs tab that shows the list of master test protocols that can be used with the corresponding tests. If any MTPs are missing, these can be added directly. Only MTPs that match the test and method combinations will appear in this selection list. Next we can go to the master production records. In InstantGMP, each MPR can include an MTPs tab that shows the master test protocols that were set up in the specifications. The lists default to the list in the specifications when the master production record is created. If some of the tests are not needed in this master production record, they can be deleted. If additional tests are needed, then they can be added by clicking the Add New Test button. These tests will be inherited when a batch production record is generated from this master. Changes can be made until the master record is locked. When a batch production record is generated from a master record, the QC Tests tab automatically inherits the test and methods from the master record. For each test listed, an active test protocol, or ATP, is generated when the BPR is issued. Each of the active test protocols can be found in the QC Tests tab where they will be displayed along with the tests and methods associated with them. In some cases there may be more than one result needed for a test, and in other cases, only one result is needed. There is a hyperlink for each ATP number so you can pull up to the test procedure that was used to generate the results. If additional tests are needed, you can click the Add Test button. If samples have been pulled during production, these samples can be registered by clicking the Register a Sample button. The sample will appear in the check-in sample screen, which alerts the QC laboratory that a sample is coming. When the sample arrives, the analyst can select the sample ID and then enter information about this sample such as the sample quantity and unit, or any comments or internal lot number. They can then pick a bin to show where it will be located and then sign and confirm. At this point the sample disappears from the check-in sample screen and appears in the sample register where it is now matched up with the ATP that will be used to test the sample. The analyst can click on the ATP hyperlink to access the active test protocol. They can click the Update button to go to the screen where they can issue the ATP. This allows the system to check if a sample is available for this procedure. If all is okay, the analyst can then look to see if any materials are needed and to see what equipment will be used. They can then go to the Instructions tab to start the testing procedure. If an instruction contains images, each one can be clicked to show an enlarged view. Selections can be set up as drop-downs to facilitate easier data recording by analysts. The test result can be indicated as pass or fail. If descriptions are needed, text can be typed into a pre-configured field. When a number is needed as a result, it can be entered into pre-configured numeric fields. When an analytical test procedure is completed and reviewed, the test results will appear in this tab along with a green or red status checkmark to indicate if the sample passed or failed its test. At the same time that the results are completed in an active test protocol, the corresponding test will be updated in the batch production record to show the latest data in real time. The same analytical data will also be shown in an inventory receipt that is created for the batch production record. The system ensures that test data stays synchronized across your manufacturing records and inventory items. With this integration, InstantGMP connects specifications, test protocols, batch records, and inventory into one completely traceable system. Thanks for watching and thanks for your commitment to GMP compliance.